Hello, movie lovers, and I hope everyone's having a spectacular time on this October evening. And of course, this is also going to be part of our Horror Fest trivia that I've decided to do because what better way to celebrate Halloween is through some horror trivia. So let's go on ahead. And this is actually going to be me talking about 10 facts about Nightmare on Elm Street that'll give you sleepless nights. So, number one, the film was based on a real life story in the 1980s. There was an epidemic of people dying in their sleep during nightmares. They were mostly immigrants from Cambodia, and the condition became known as Asian Death Syndrome. Wes Craven read about the story in a newspaper article and got the idea for a serial killer who stalks his victims in their sleep. The red and green stripe of Freddy Krueger jumper were picked by Craven after he read in a science journal that they were the most clashing colors for the human retina. Cougar was partly inspired by a man who scared Wes Craven as a kid. The man was a drunk and wandering down Craven Street, wearing a hat similar to Freddy Krueger's. He woke up, and when Wes went to the window, the man looked straight at him. Craven was so terrified, he ran to wake up his brother. Freddy Krueger was named after Craven's school bully, Fred Krueger. Number 5. Craven's interest in horror was partly inspired by a time he killed a rat with a bow and arrow as a child. The animal let out a blood-curdling scream but didn't die, so Craven had to finish it off, which took many attempts. It made him realize how much effort you have to go to kill something, which horrified him. The actor cast to play the coroner in the movie recommended a musician friend of his who played in a rockabilly band for the part of Nancy's boyfriend, Glenn. The guy's name was Johnny Depp. The film was Depp's first movie role. His death scene involved tipping around 500 gallons of fake blood into the upside down rotating bedroom set, and that's also where we actually see Freddy Krueger grab Glenn and drag him down into his bed. Then you see a bunch of blood splew out of his bed onto the walls and onto the ceiling. Craven remembered that Depp aged just 21, but looked like he hadn't showered, and his fingers were stained yellow with nicotine. He described him as greasy, pale, and sickly. And then, of course, number 9, Charlie Chain was originally cast as Glenn, but they couldn't afford him for $3,000 a week. For $3,000 a week, I don't blame you. I would be saving some money on that myself. The blood fountain ended up going all over the stage and electrics and caused a power cut on set. The blood was made from water and Cairo syrup and destroyed several cameras. The filmmakers used a sound effect called Very Speed to slow down actor Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger's voice and make it more frightening. Englund is a trained Shakespearean actor, and in real life is said to be a charming and sweet. And yes, he is. I got a chance to actually meet him, and he's actually a very charming guy. And I also have an autographed picture of him as well. A Nightmare on Elm Street was shot on the same stage used to film the TV series I Love Lucy. There were 3 different versions of Freddy: bladed glove, one made balsa wood, and one made of rubber, and a real one made with fish knives as the hero glove, which was actually to cut things. Every time someone put on the glove, they injured themselves because it was incredibly sharp, and if you close your fist, the blade cuts your arm. The hero glove was so heavy, it made Robert Englund's shoulder droop, which became part of Freddy's look. Freddy's appearance was partly inspired by the main character in the series of pulp novels from the 1930s called The Shadow. The Freddy makeup took around 3.5 hours to finish each day, which is also why Robert Englund said that he would never play Freddy Krueger again because of the fact that it took him so long to be in the makeup chair, which you can't really blame him. Englund wore the makeup, which covered all of his skin for 12 to 15 hours a day. He said he was boiling hot underneath it. One day, the crew went to a Thai restaurant across the street from the set for a meal with Englund. Wearing the full Freddy makeup, the waiter was so frightened he dropped his tray and ran out of the restaurant. Elm Street was the name of the street where JFK was shot. Craven said in the street where innocence ended. The revolving room set for Tina's death scene where she is dragged up the walls and across the ceiling, was inspired by a set in a Fred Astaire film, Royal Wedding, where Astaire danced up the walls. Amanda Wise, who played Tina, got bad vertigo in the spinning room during filming. Wise said her terror during the death scene was 75% real. So there you have it, guys. That's everything that you need to know about Nightmare on Elm Street. I hope that you guys enjoyed these segments of me doing this trivia. Tell me what you guys think by commenting below. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to comment below. And always, until next time, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I can't wait to do this again. And bye-bye.